Midnight. Derek tells himself 10 more minutes of the app, then straight to bed. Reasonable plan. Very achievable. 2 in the morning. 10 minutes became something closer to 2 hours, and the videos have gotten strange in a way that only makes sense at this exact time of night. He tells himself 1 more, then bed. He believes it's slightly less than he did at midnight. 5 in the morning. Derek is still not tired in the specific, wired way that isn't actually energy. It's just his body forgetting how tiredness is supposed to work. He finally puts the phone down, not because he feels sleepy, but because the sky outside is starting to turn a color that makes the whole night feel like a mistake. He falls asleep around 5:15. His alarm goes off at 5:30. By 10 that morning, Derek is nodding off, standing up at his own desk, jolting awake each time like he's been caught doing something, which, in a sense, he has. He's not the only one. Maya's been running on the same 4 hours for a week straight, convinced she just doesn't need much sleep, blaming the afternoon crash on her lunch instead. Then there's the professor. 10 o'clock, lights off, asleep within minutes. 6 in the morning, awake before the alarm even finishes its first cycle. A shower, 20 minutes with an actual book, a short cardio session that isn't punishing, just enough to wake up his whole body instead of just his eyes. Coffee, not before any of that, only after. By the time he walks into work, he's not just awake, he's easy to talk to, quick with a joke, present in a way that has nothing to do with willpower and everything to do with the 8 hours that came before it. Derek used to think the professor was just naturally a morning person. Turns out that's not really it. Sleep, like most things people assume are fixed, is mostly a set of specific habits, and Derek had accidentally built every single one of the wrong ones. The first thing was picking a wake time and never moving it, weekends included. Most people fixate on bedtime and let the wake-up drift wherever the day allows, which quietly resets the body's clock every single time it happens. The professor's 6 a.m. never moves, not on Saturday, not after a late night, and that one fixed point ended up doing more work than any bedtime rule ever could. Maya found the second one. No screens for the hour before bed. Phone charging in the kitchen instead of on the nightstand, out of reach on purpose. The blue light wasn't really the whole problem. The actual problem was that a phone in reach at 11 p.m. always turns into 45 more minutes every single time, without exception. She started leaving hers in another room, and the decision got made once, in the kitchen, instead of 45 separate times in bed. Derek's method was the one that actually explained his 5 a.m. wired feeling. Caffeine has a half-life of about 6 hours, which means a coffee at 2 in the afternoon still has a real amount of it in his system at 8 that night. He'd been blaming his brain for not shutting off, when it was mostly just doing exactly what caffeine tells it to do. He moved his last coffee to noon, and the 5 a.m. wired feeling mostly disappeared within a week. Method 4 is morning light, and it's the fastest fix out of all 4 to actually apply. Getting outside, or at least near a bright window, within the first 30 minutes of waking up tells the body's internal clock what time it actually is, far more effectively than any alarm sound can. The professor's short cardio session outside wasn't really about fitness first. It was about that light hitting his eyes early enough to anchor the whole day around it. None of these 4 things required more discipline or a different personality. A wake time that doesn't move. A phone that isn't in the room. Caffeine with an actual cutoff. 10 minutes of real daylight before anything else. Derek picked the phone rule first, mostly because it scared him least. 2 weeks later, at 10 in the morning, he was still awake at his desk, on purpose, for what felt like the first time in longer than he wanted to admit.